Subcultures develop their own norms and values just like our case study, K-pop fans. This challenges the dominant fan culture because K-pop fans have a different way of appreciating music.
When differentiating the fan cultures of Western pop music and K-pop music, it's important to recognize the depth of fan culture. For instance, K-pop fan culture extends beyond buying merchandise and listening to their favorite artist's music. In the terms of K-pop fan culture, getting involved in the fan base of your favorite group is critical to gaining the full experience. From the uniformity presented at concerts, fan projects that extend beyond the benefit of the artist, to a culture filled with passionate stalker fans, and to those who devote the most that they can, K-pop fans have constructed a culture that extends beyond the definition of a traditional music fan. Here are some examples of how K-pop fans wear and style certain items to show that they are part of the K-pop community. Character keychains and customized AirPod cases are one way to show how one is involved in the K-pop subculture. To those within the community, these characters act as a symbol for fans of BTS, since these characters were drawn and created by the members. Another example is wearing clothing merchandise with the phrases associated with a specific K-pop act. The hoodie that this fan is wearing has a phrase, "Speak Yourself," which is the motto for the K-pop group of BTS. How long have you been a K-pop fan?
So I became a K-pop fan in maybe 2014. I got into it because my friend was a really big fan of K-drama, and ever since then, it's kind of hard not to get exposed to the rest of K-culture through any type of K-drama, K-music, whatever you'd like.
What sets K-pop fans apart from Western fans in your own opinion?
I feel like I've been a part of multiple fandoms. I liked 5 Seconds of Summer, which is awful. I hated that. I liked One Direction, which I felt like was a very normal thing. Yeah, we don't talk about that. From being in the fandom, like the Five Sauce fam, I was only in there for like 2 years, and I felt it was because every time they went on hiatus or they were writing music, there was never content they were producing during that time or anything they were releasing just for the fans' sake. And so it was really easy to just get out of them and get into it. Was easy to get into them, but it was easier to get out of them. For K-pop fans and just K-music in general, I feel like there's much more pull to our audience. They want to connect with their fans more so, and it's always just kind of about the fans. I know it's a very cliche for artists, for a cliche thing for artists to be like, oh, I'm doing this for my fans, I'm so thankful for my fans. While K artists, they really are like thankful for their fans.
How does the K-pop fandom make you feel, especially for the groups that you're involved with?
They make me feel really special. It's a very personalized experience, I feel. And on top of just the personalization of everything, the things they give out to their fans, whether it be like, you have like summer photo shoots, you get like photo cards with, or albums, and concert tickets, and get different types of like levels of concert tickets and different tiers and everything. It's also very community based, which makes it more familiar and more so a family. So it makes me feel very loved.
And how do you identify other members in that fan base?
Like if I first see someone that likes the same group as I do, they usually have a bunch of stuff on their backpack, and I try to maneuver my way. Like if it's like the first day of class, I will scout the classroom and be like, okay, who's a fan, because immediately it's like I can become friends with them easily, I feel, because there's that immediate connection, right? It's so community based.
K-pop groups have specific logos which those within this subculture can identify. For example, fans of K-pop will be able to recognize these logos: BTS, Twice, GOT7, Stray Kids, SNSD, and Big Bang. When other K-pop fans see these symbols on articles of clothing, pins, or merchandise, they immediately recognize them as another K-pop or K-pop group specific fan. It is important to note that the K-pop subculture is not oppositional to the dominant pop culture. However, it is able to cause a break in our society because of how big the subculture is becoming.
K-pop fans have a distinct way of speaking to each other that differ from Western fans. For example, when talking to other K-pop fans, it's normal to hear a conversation go something like this. Hey, I didn't know you were a BTS fan. Are they your alt group?
Oh my god, yeah. How'd you know? I see in a lot of groups, but BTS is my alt.
Ah, who is your bias? Mine is Jimin. I also noticed your BTS pin on the bag.
My bias is the Maknae Jungkook, and oh my god, Maknae stans. What did you think of the new comeback? Do you think it's Daesung worthy?
Oh, for sure. I think they'll win a lot of awards at Mama this year.
The K-pop subculture has a very subjective message. As Audrey stated in her interview, K-pop can provide a sense of community and home since this culture is very welcoming and fan-based.